inspiration, education, action. This is the Seeds to Success Show with Ben Godinez on Money 105.5.
Stop watching makeup tutorials while doing your makeup and driving. I've seen you, ladies. You're going to get us all killed. Welcome to the Seeds to Success Show. I am your host, Ben Godinez, and Insurance 101 guy with Gateway Insurance Group. Take the if out of life and learn to live. Welcome to the Seeds to Success Show. We are talking about an exciting topic that is absolutely essential for everyone's success, and that is networking and being a part of a mastermind. And I'm joined with my special guest host, Jen Barna.
Hey, Ben. How are you? Hi, everyone.
Very good. Hey, we're on Facebook Live here for the first time. So if you are next to your computer, you can watch us live until the post-production gets posted online here shortly. But we have an exciting topic here today that is essential for everybody's success. And if you're watching this in post-production, you're probably noticing the high-quality video production done by GoViewThisHomes.com and Productions. Keith Alterman is behind the scenes. He's got 3 camera angles for us. He's splicing it all together. They do events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthdays, but they specialize in real estate marketing, which is the coolest part about them. If you ever want to go and check out a house, you don't have to go drive there anymore. You can check out GoViewThisHome.com and see what their listings are, and you can actually get a walkthrough, HD quality voiceover video, and see what they do. So give them a call today, 916-207-2097 to get a quote. If you are selling your house and if you're a real estate agent, you need to get on this because everyone else is doing it. Everybody's doing it. So go do it. Go View This Home Productions, 916-207-2097. All right, so we're going to get into this here. Jen, I want to start off right now with the definition. Most people have never heard of the term mastermind. It's mastermind. What does that mean?
Great. Mastermind is a group of like-minded people looking to work together to achieve successful results.
Got it.
Plain and simple.
I like it. I'm looking at this from Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill states it as organized effort is produced through the coordination of effort of 2 or more people in a spirit of harmony who work toward a definite end in a spirit of harmony. So what that means is 2 minds are better than 1. Just like 2 different batteries power more than just 1, right? 1 battery will power your remote control.
Multiplying, magnifying.
Right?
Right.
But with more batteries, you can power a Tesla.
Exactly.
Okay? Go ahead.
And in all of this, it's 2 people, 2 like-minded people, 2 people who are coming together, as you said, in consensus, in harmony, working together, where they're leaving the egos at the door, and we're walking into. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be afraid that somebody's going to take your ideas. You don't have to think that you can be wrong, and you don't have to know everything. You just go there in the spirit of what can I give, and not what can I get. And when somebody presents an idea or a problem or an issue that they're working on, you look to the other people who are in your mastermind group to say, hey, I've racked my brain about this, and I'm stuck, and I really need your help with this. And you present the idea. Other people go in. They present their ideas because they're all coming from different backgrounds, different careers, different life experiences. They're possibly going to be bringing a different perspective for you.
Right. We haven't all lived everyone's life experiences and have all knowledge and all knowing. That's God's job, right?
Exactly.
But you need more people so that you can, culminate your ideas together so that you guys can create one direction.
Ideally, the minimum is 2 people. It's all you need to start a mastermind, somebody that you trust. And maximum, I recommend 8. Anything more than that, you should probably split it up into another group because you want people to be able to get together in a timely manner. And this could be people within your industry. It could be people that you know and trust outside, friends, but they all should be like-minded in the area of wanting to see you do better. Because if they see you do better, they know that you're going to help them do better.
That's right. Napoleon Hill goes on to state, when you apply persistence and intelligence and be selective in the selection of your mastermind group, your object is halfway accomplished before you even begin.
That is the power of the mastermind group, is you're bringing collective thought into this process. You're bringing somebody who has, it is that power of mind. It's not just two minds then that are working for you. It actually is multiplied. So anytime you bring another person into the fold, you're getting more collective thoughts, and more ideas are being generated, more experience. Somebody might say something, and another person might
trigger another idea.
Thought.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Just see, look at what
We're
you
all
just did.
energy. The thing is, that's why I have you as a co-host here, because it's a collective mindset. But we're all energy, right? The universe can be summarized into two things. It's matter and energy, and we are physically matter, right? But our minds are energy. Okay, we're literally omitting vibrations, like how your brain communicates, for my hand to go up and down, and for my voice to communicate, and for my tongue to, maneuver in such a way to make, sound. Those are vibrations that your signals that your body is sending down, and those get omitted. And when you're in a spirit of harmony with someone else, and you're going towards one objective or one goal, those vibrations sync, and that's where you come up with the innovative ideas. That's where you come up with the brilliant stuff, when you're in that focused mindset.
Absolutely. And there's a lovely, lovely story that I share with people. It's called the 333 story.
I like this.
Yeah, lots of people, lots of corporations, business groups, teams, organizations have used this story. And the idea about the story is that a few years back in Canada, there was a tornado that hit a small city. Two representatives from a radio station happened to be driving through and saw the a day later, saw the devastation. They were just blown away by how badly this little town had been hit. They went back, collaborated with some other people, and said, hey, how can we help these people? So they stuck themselves with a group of people that stuck themselves in a room and said, how can we make $3 million in 3 days in 3 hours? And they said, anyone who isn't on board with this idea, anyone who thinks this can't be done, can get up and leave right now. And every person that stayed in that room, any idea that they were open to anything and everything. And if somebody said an idea that didn't fit or was against how this could work, they'd say next. They wouldn't even consider it. They wouldn't even put it on the board. It was, how can we get this done? And when there's a collective unit of people working towards the same goal, all wanting to achieve the same result, it's powerful. So what that radio station did was, in Canada, they don't, each province, each territory has its own. None of the radio stations had ever worked together across the whole country before. So what they had happen was they integrated all the stations across. They
syndicated them all together.
Syndicated all across the country, and put that together in 3 days. And within 3 hours, like 8 to 11 or 9 to 12, they were able to come up with $3 million to donate to that home. It was incredible. It's incredible. It's called the 333 story.
So in 3 days, they came up with an idea that within 3 hours, they were to come up with $3 million.
They were able to connect it, let everyone know what happened, and people donated enough money to hit that mark. And it's because they were focused on the end result, and they were willing and being open to all the available resources and ideas on how to make that happen.
That is incredible. It reminds me actually of the story of in You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, going through Jen's TIR program. Was this You Were Born Rich? Anyway, a man, it was a minister, wanted to raise $1 million, and he didn't know how he was going to do it. And he just buried down and said, I'm going to come up with $1 million, because he had this plan of what he wanted to do with it. He just decided one day he was going to do it, and he was able to get in front of about 500 or 600 people or so, and to share his message. And by the end of that message, in the spirit of harmony, someone said, sir, I'd like to honor you that $1 million. Come and see me in my office the next day.
And the idea with that, you bring up a very good point. That is a great story, that he had been thinking about it for 2 years prior. But when he made the hardcore burn your bridge, I'm not turning back, this is my decision, that's when he put it into play throughout his sermon, and the right person at the right time heard it to make it happen.
That is incredible. I'm going to leave you with one quote before we go to commercial break here, and this is from a wise man. His name is Matthew, and you can find it actually in one of the best-selling books of all time called The Bible. Matthew in chapter 18:20, for where 2 or 3 have gathered together in my name, I am there in their midst. And that's what we're talking about here today. We're talking about networking. We're talking about the mastermind. We're talking about the power of 2 or more in the spirit of harmony. So stay with us here on the Seeds to Success show with Ben Godinez and Jen Barna. All right, welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host, Ben Godinez, the Insurance 101 guy with Gateway Insurance Group. Hey, if you're wondering why I'm so energetic today and so peppy, it's because I got my Riscate coffee. See this little guy right here, for those of you guys that are watching? Riscate Coffee has the best coffee in town, and I'm not just saying that because they're paying me to. No, I'm a big fan. I've been going there regularly for the last few weeks, and today I got an horchata.
Sounds good.
Horchata. They make their own horchata. It's the only coffee shop that actually makes it. It's basically like a dirty chai. So they put a double shot of espresso on top of basically horchata. And it's absolutely fantastic. So Jen,
you are powered up and ready to go.
I'm powered up, baby. I'm ready to go. This is like my 3rd serving today.
Yeah.
So anyway, go visit them in Elk Grove. They're right off of I-5. Look them up at Riscate Coffee on Instagram. Anyway, we were talking about networking and mastermind group. And I wanted to unpack a little bit more about, so we've just defined networking and the mastermind and all that. So I think people have a contextual understanding of it, but where do you network? Where do you go and meet these people? Like, they're like, oh yeah, that sounds good in theory, but yeah, like, how am I going to find somebody else that's of like mind and in the spirit of harmony with me, right? So Jen, talk to me.
Yeah, honestly, on my journey, when I first started my journey into this field, into personal development, it was hard finding people who were right there, who were reading the same things, looking at the same things, wanting to better themselves. And until I started reaching out, I joined a business group. I joined Toastmasters, was always a good one. Public speaking, getting better at public speaking. Great place to meet other people who are wanting to improve themselves.
Now they help on your actual like public speaking abilities, right? Yeah.
Right, but it's not just public speaking. I mean, when you say public speaking, it's people think, oh, I'm in front of a crowd. Well, you're in front of a crowd whether you're talking to the baseball team that you're coaching, right, a group of people. If you're a manager talking to your employees, it's people skills.
Right.
So yeah, it's very, very important.
I always thought Toastmasters was like for senior citizens and stuff. I don't know why. I always distance myself from that. But now that I know that you're a part of it and you've told me great things about it, like I'm a fan and I probably should join.
It's an opportunity to get up and really improve yourself, and help others also improve themselves. Because lots of times when we're talking, we don't notice the things that we do,
right?
Or the ums or the ahs. And if you find a good group, I searched around. I found a really good group of people. And you can learn. There's all different levels of people in there, very, very shy to very, very outgoing. Okay. And you can learn so much from other people, but you can also help those that aren't as far along as you.
Right.
So Toastmasters has been an amazing support system for me and a growth area that I continue to do this day.
I'm taking notes, and by the way, for those of you guys that are listening, you can check us out right now. We're on Facebook Live. There's a few viewers right now, but I want to see that get up to double digits because it's our first time doing it. So log on to Facebook, and if you're not already friends with Ben Godinez, search Seeds to Success, and you'll find me. But get on. Oh, there's more. Oh, I see a few more.
There we
get
go.
On the Facebook
Come
Live.
on, people. We want to see you.
Yeah. Well, they want to see you. They want to see your
us.
pretty little face. I got the camera on you the entire time.
No.
Anyway, well, okay, let's talk about this. So I've got my Le Tip pin on today, and I'm drinking my water cup out of my Le Tip Country Club tumbler to keep me hydrated. Le Tip is an organization. It's actually the largest international publicly owned networking group in the country. And I'm the president of the Country Club chapter, which meets here in Sacramento. Right now it's Thursdays at Seasons 52, so you guys can come and check us out. It was one person per industry. And the thing that I like about Le Tip is that you get together with these folks and everybody is in it for you. Like everybody, it's a giver's gain philosophy, right?
Absolutely.
You go there to give referrals, and guess what? You get referrals from that.
Referrals.
What do you know? So I've been a part of it now for 4 years, and I literally get a third of my business from LeTip.
Yeah, I would say
That's no joke. A third of my income essentially comes from this one networking group. And that's what it's all about. I moved up here to Sacramento from the Bay Area. I literally knew no souls. There was not one human being that I knew coming to Sacramento other than my wife. And sure enough, I found a LeTip chapter. Being an insurance agent, they're all impacted. I worked with a company that had a spot that they were basically going to drop. And I said, I'll take it. Absolutely. So I hopped in there, and I've been a part of it now for about 4 years, became the president a year and a half or 2 years ago. And it's been nothing but success. Why is that? I mean, I was able to generate all of my referrals from essentially the business that I got from this one group. And word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising. So that's what it's all about. And so when you're in a networking group, it's not only just the relationships, A to B within the group itself, but you're almost advertising through them.
Through them, absolutely. You have access to their clientele as well.
Exactly,
so
Jen.
It's giver's gain, absolutely.
Right, and now you're a part of the LeTip.
I am a part of LeTip of
Carmichael,
and I've been with them for just over a year, and it's been absolutely fantastic getting to know people. And one thing I really, really like about it is that the loyalty factor.
Yeah.
Is you get to know people, you get to know how they do business, and you are able to give those referrals, say, hey, I know somebody that can help you with that. And vice versa. They go about and do the same thing. And you say, it's a great relationship building. Again, you get to know people. You can call somebody up and say, hey, I know somebody that can help you with that plumbing problem, or I can clean your pool.
I got a guy.
Yeah,
let me give you a call.
My guy's good. And the reason why that these people are so good is because they build their business on that trust, building the trust and the loyalty between each other, because no one wants to do a bad job, because then nobody's going to refer you.
Right. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's what it's all about. Hi, everybody. Lauren, Lorena, Maria, Vicky, and everybody that's joining right now.
Woo.
Hi, guys.
Nice.
What I want to say was, it's a quote that I generated that sticks with me from Think and Grow Rich is, they say knowledge is power, right? But really, power is knowledge applied.
Yes.
Because there hasn't ever been in history a historian or, just some guy that knows a lot that automatically rules the world, right? Philosophers typically are not the ones ruling the world, right? It's knowledge is
in action.
Exactly, in action. Thank you. So you can have all this knowledge, but you need to pull them together. You need people that have a lot of knowledge that can all move in the single direction. Henry Ford had no knowledge of anything. He had a fifth grader's education, and he was able to.
He brought together great minds, people who knew more than him, people who knew the car industry, people who knew how to build a motor, people who were, had expertise that he didn't have.
Exactly. His famous quote that I love in Think and Grow Rich is, he was on trial, and they were asking him all these questions about, what was the colonel's name in the first Civil War, or, whatever, and all this information. And he finally just stopped him and he said, what good does it do to have all this useless knowledge when at the touch of a button, I can call to anybody in my staff that will have the answer to that question or to any question that I have, right? So he had a panel of all these different people that he can go and get the information from that he needed to gain in order to direct his crew. And I mean, really, Henry Ford, not to his discredit, but he didn't come up with the V8 engine idea actual plan himself. The idea was his, but he had engineers that he was able to say, hey, how can we do this and how can we do that?
He didn't have to know how to do it.
Right. He just had a burning desire that he wanted to do it, and he got them to do it. And so that's the power of the mastermind. To accomplish anything in your life, you need to have people that are going to uplift you. We talked about last week, you're the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself around. And I encouraged everybody last week to, surround yourself around people that are, a level up from you. If you want to be a millionaire and you're not, hang around millionaires or ask them questions. If you're a millionaire, hang around billionaires, right? Hang around people that you want to strive to be like, and they will shed their knowledge on you.
I've heard a 3-3-3 also
3-3-3.
in that, a third and a third and a third. So
Yeah.
you surround yourself with people, a third of people who know more than you. That way you can learn
There
from
you
them.
go.
Then you surround yourself with people just like you who can support each other and say, hey man, this is just as hard as for me, or I'm having just as difficult a time, or to share your wins with. And then you the other third would be people that you can transmit your knowledge and expertise to.
There you go.
There you're giving back. And so when you do that, you split it up 3-3-3, then you have a very good mix of information that you're getting and you're getting.
Got it.
So-
Napoleon Hill says economic advantages may be created by people who surround themselves with the advice. I got one more minute. I lost my place here. All right. Economic advantages may be created by people who surround themselves with the advice, counsel, and personal cooperation of a group of people who are willing to lend them wholehearted aid in the spirit of perfect harmony. So you need to surround yourself around people that are going to build you up. Again, going back to the battery example, you can have one battery and that's all good and well, and then it has power. But when you combine it with a pack of batteries, all of a sudden you can, power a go-kart.
Right.
So that's the power of the mastermind, and we're going to dig more into this here in just a moment. Stay with us here on the Seeds to Success show. Again, YouTube, Ben Godinez, After the Fact. Go View This Home Productions is responsible for the lovely videos. So go check them out, goviewthishome.com. Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host, Ben Godinez, and your Insurance 101 guy. Yes, I do insurance. I save people money on their auto and home insurance. Gateway Insurance, take the if out of life and learn to live. You can visit me at bengodinez.com and check out my site, find out more about me. I just edited it actually today, as a matter of fact, so you can click on who am I, what do I do, and let's talk if you want to get a quote. Obviously, I've been doing this for a while, about 7 or 8 years, almost 8 years actually. So I've been able to save a lot of people a lot of money, and if I haven't saved you money, you need to give me a call, 510-861-1541. Hey, we're talking about networking and mastermind principle, and Jen's got something that she wants to share with us. It's from a book. It's a very short book called E.6, and I've read it numerous times. I actually read it every day for 30 days when I was going through your program, and it was fantastic. So, Jen, please share with us a little bit about this principle.
Yes, E.6 is by Price Pritchett, made, and the story goes, this is pretty much what the book is about. It's a true story. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees about an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short life's energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy: try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its entire life on reaching its goal through raw effort and sheer determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach outside the world it seeks. With only a fraction of the effort now being wasted, it could free itself by this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. So why doesn't the fly try another approach, something dramatically different? How did it get so locked in on this idea, this particular route, with determined effort offer the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill it. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's part of the problem. So if you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances of success. Now, this doesn't mean that we ignore persistence, that we ignore determination. Those are attributes, those are qualities that you want to develop. But when you've reached the limit of doing all that you can do, that's when we want to turn to something like a mastermind? What other idea haven't you thought of? What other way or route is there to get to where you're going?
That makes sense, right? They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, which is what Paloma Rush told us. And she said that I'm insane because I just keep trying and trying and trying, and eventually I'll get there.
She will get there.
She absolutely will. No, I know. And she is networking and masterminding. In fact, to give Paloma Rush a little plug, she's starting up her own band that she'll be touring the countryside with. So follow at Paloma_Rush, Paloma
There we go.
_Rush. Anyway, so
she's not trying to get to her goal by just doing it herself and
no,
pushing.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Is
She's multiplying herself.
Absolutely.
By doing that.
Way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Your voice. I kind of just say this like I feel like everybody just felt so at ease while you were reading that story. Like that should be a bedtime story that we should listen to. Just like your voice. We'll cut that up in a segment. Keith from Go View This Home. Can we cut that up in a segment so people can just like listen to that on repeat? That'd be awesome. So I need to have a sip of my Riscate coffee to wake me back up.
There we go. Yeah, it's, you know what, it's really amazing when we think we need to be doing more. If you're doing enough, maybe it's time to just kind of take a step back and say, what else could I do? What more could I ask for? Who else can I ask to help me? Because everyone does it alone, but they don't do it alone. You know what I mean? Like you get there on your own by your actions, by your thoughts, by you taking actions on those thoughts. But we need the assistance of other people.
That's right.
And so that's why the mastermind, that's why networking, it's who you know. When you know people, you get the opportunity, you create opportunities.
Right.
They don't just happen. It just doesn't happen by coincidence. There is no coincidence. It's what are you doing to align yourself to be in the right place at the right time for the right person to say, hey, I can help you.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Kenneth, that just joined on Facebook Live. How you doing, man? Hey, and we're going to talk about some of the other groups that we're a part of because we're all talking about, networking, and it's like, what do we do, right? And so if anybody knows me, they know I'm a busy bee. I'm networking almost every day of the week. Yeah, I can say Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights, I'm out doing some type of either event or regular networking. And so some of those groups I'm a part of, we talked about Latip International. We talked about Toastmasters, also part of Rotary. Rotary is a fantastic organization. Chamber of Commerce, Metro Chamber.
Always a great outlet. Other business owners.
Get a part of the chamber. There's actually a division of the chamber that I advocate for all the time is Metro Edge. It's basically the demographic is under 40. It's still run through the chamber, but it's Metro Edge. And they have events every third Tuesday of the month. Right. For those of you guys that are in Sacramento, get a part of that group. Those are other like-minded people that are hungry for business, hungry for meeting people, and they do them at different restaurants, bars, venues that are all new up and coming. And I always have a great time with those. You went to the last one, Jen. How did you think about it?
I did. It was really great. There were a lot of people there, made some connections, and let me just say, like, Ben is busy every night of the week with this. And I have to throw it out there. You don't have any children.
That's
so it
true.
makes it a lot easier.
Yeah,
now I'm a working mom. You
right.
know what? I work from home, but I have a 12 and a 15-year-old, and I work around my schedule, which means sometimes that means early in the mornings. My networking group meets very early. We meet at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
So you're getting up before God.
Yeah. I even get up and do my workout and then head out,
I know.
right?
It's just
so 4:30 a.m. But one day a week, it's possible. It's doable. Then I've got my Toastmasters. That's midday, 12 o'clock, right? Do it during lunchtime, one day a week. And then the networking events that like Ben goes to, I'll pick a few of those out of the month and figure out which one will work for me. So don't say that it's not possible for you. Don't say you don't have enough time. You don't manage time, you manage activities.
That's
when
right.
you manage that activity, when you say, this is what's important, I'm going to get in 2 networking events this month, find the time. You can make the time.
Right. You're not too busy. You need to prioritize your time.
You can. Even as most busy. I have 8 baseball games between now and next week.
It's ridiculous.
And yet I'm still going to be putting in my networking events.
And hey, I consider my softball networking, to be honest with you. I mean, I've done business with my softball team. I play baseball on Sundays. I do business with those guys too. So, you can make your fun activities networking events too in that regard. But let's talk just for a moment. I'm going to give a shameless plug about Seeds to Success because the Seeds to Success show is not just a radio show. It's actually its own entity. It's a facilitated personal development community dedicated to supporting its members by teaching the principles out of the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book was the catalyst to me starting the show, to going out on my own and starting my own insurance brokerage and everything else. So we teach those philosophies. And so if you're curious about what Seeds to Success is and how you can get involved, go to bengodinez.com, click on the Seeds to Success tab, and you'll find out about our event that we're hosting at the end of the month called Dream Life Academy. And it's going to be a life changer, a game-changing event. It's $25, people. It's a $500 to $1,000 value that Khalif Assegai is putting on that you would go to like a Tony Robbins seminar for. But we just want everybody to hear the message. That's the bottom line. We want people to get involved and to hear about it. Jen?
Yeah, let me just tell you a little thing about Seeds to Success, our first mastermind group. There was a person, and I hope she doesn't mind, I'm not going to name her, but it brought up together a group of people. We didn't know each other. None of us, pretty much only by you, I think you and Khalif, that we were connected. So we came into this group. We started reading about Think and Grow Rich. She started studying. She actually lost her job in the middle of the group. Very successful, had been there for several years. So she was able to find almost her dream job by the completion of the group.
Yeah.
And she had complimented the group saying, you know what, I couldn't have made it. I couldn't have kept positive. I couldn't have stayed true to what I really wanted without you guys, without you being here to support me. That is the power of a mastermind. You're there for people who are looking, you're there to help. You're there to help someone emotionally, mentally, or through your own resources. What do I have that can connect you to getting you to where you want to go? So it's just powerful.
That's incredible. That really is like an awesome, humbling testimony that she shared with us because it's like I said, it's a game changer. If you're not in a networking group and you want to know how you can get involved, again, go to bengodinez.com, BenGodinez, and click on Seeds to Success, and you can watch some videos if you want. You can learn more about what we do, but get involved in some way or another within Seeds to Success. Come to the live event at the end of the month, June 29th on Wednesday. It's Wisdom Wednesday that Khalif Assegai will be hosting, and you can click on my link. One thing I want to leave you with here is, as we're talking about networking and all this, put that first in your schedule. Block it out. I hear all the time when I invite people to Le Tip on, for lunch, basically, like, hey, come have lunch on me at Seasons 52. Who would say no to that? But for some reason, they say I'm too busy or something else comes in the way. Just take an extended lunch break and go get business. Like I said, I have lunch one day a week with these professionals, and I get a third of my business from it.
Right.
So if you're not in a networking group of some sort and you're in business or you just want to meet people, go find yourself a networking group. Stay with us here on the Seeds to Success show with Ben Godinez and Jen Barna.
This is Sacramento's Money 105.5. You're listening to the Seeds to Success show on Money 105.5 and the Money 105.5 mobile app.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host, Ben Godinez, and your Insurance 101 guy with Gateway Insurance Group. Take the if out of life and learn to live. With my special guest host here today, Jen Barna. Say hello, my dear.
Hello, my dear.
And to everybody that's on Facebook Live, thanks so much for joining us here on our first Facebook Live broadcast, I guess you can say. This is kind of fun. I see everybody on there. Comment, like, share. Justin Burns, what's up, dude? Let us know what you think about it, and we'll continue to do this if people are getting some value out of it. You're getting an exclusive video before Go View This Home puts it on social media. Oh, now I'm getting Snapchats too. Stop. All right, we're talking about networking. We're talking about the power of a mastermind group and how important it is to network and know people, because you can have all the knowledge in the world, you can have all the degrees, and you could literally do nothing with your life. So it's about who you know. What's that?
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
I know it does. So I just want to do a shameless plug here because we were just talking about it in the break. Chick-fil-A in Sacramento, all the local Sacramento, so Elk Grove, Sac, Rancho, Roseville, free breakfast Tuesdays for the remaining 3 Tuesdays in the month. Yeah, I said free breakfast. They'll give you a free breakfast entree. It is like a selected, entree, but go to your nearest Chick-fil-A on Tuesdays. Daryl Frick and Alivia that were on the show a couple of weeks ago talking about their business and about all that. They told us that they're going to free breakfast on Tuesdays. So it's fantastic. That's a way of giving back. I was talking to Gracie, the marketing manager, yesterday, and she was just telling us how her job is just to give away a certain percentage of their profit just to give back.
Nice.
That's what they're all about. So that's what I've had today. And I had a business meeting there, and he got free breakfast too. So thank you, Chick-fil-A. Hey, let's talk more about insurance because I don't think they got their daily dose yet.
Not yet.
So every single day I experience some fun thing that people have a misconception about with insurance, and I love educating. That's what I do. I do auto and home and renters insurance and business insurance. And so this week it was something special. There was two things actually. One had to do with the accident that I was in about a month ago that I won't talk too much specifics about, but I do just want to give two sentences about this. It is possible for the person who hit you, for their insurance company, to go insolvent, to go bankrupt. So the people who hit us during the claims process here, that company's going out of business.
Wow.
And so if the driver of the car doesn't have enough insurance, uninsured motorists specifically, then you're screwed. Somebody hits you and that insurance company is so crappy, they saved you 10%, 15% or more.
Fly-by-night insurance.
Right, and they went out of
trust
business, well then you don't have enough insurance. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. That can happen. But what I wanted to talk to everybody about today is renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance. I had somebody that told me that their house got broken into, and he's got an alarm system. Doesn't matter. People went right by that. They broke into the kitchen window. And this is a gentleman that has had insurance with my previous insurance company for many years and was never either recommended or never remembered the recommendation of renter's insurance. And now this is a grown man, grown professional, okay? This isn't like a college student. This guy has a house, he just rents. And I recommended the renter's insurance. I gave him the 101 on it about how it protects your personal property and your liability and your guns specifically. And he said, fine, whatever, because the multi-policy discount pays for it, guys. Like on your auto insurance, it saves you like 15% or 10%, whatever it is, it offsets the cost. So I was like, just get it, man. It's $5 more a month.
Yeah,
Trust me.
It doesn't cost much at all.
He's like, I never had a claim in my life. Well, do you want to get broken into and then buy renter's insurance? It doesn't work that way. So long story short, he calls me up last week and he's like, hey, by the way, my house was broken into and they stole all my guns, my son's guns. Glock, 9, rifle. And he's like, don't I have renter's insurance? I'm like, yeah, you sure do. You sure do. He finally took my recommendation. And long story short, he's got his deductible, but his guns are covered. But what I want to specifically talk about is limits on those things, because there are limits to guns, there are limits to jewelry on your homeowner's or renter's insurance, and you've got to make sure that you have enough coverage. And if your policy doesn't allocate enough that you have, then you need to schedule property. So if you've got, say, Jen, you've got a very beautiful ring,
Yep.
custom made,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that has monetary value. And if your policy doesn't come with enough coverage, usually it's like $1,000 per item or maybe $2,500 total, you need to add it to your policy. It might be a couple dollars more a month, but there's usually no deductible, and usually it expands the perils, the things that it's insured against, to things like mysterious disappearance. So if, case in point, I had a client that went to Macy's and she tried on some lotion on her hands and she had taken off her ring, and she forgot her ring on the counter, walked away,
Wow.
and she left it there. Now, she didn't realize it, of course, until she got home, and she's like, wait, where's my ring? And so the insurance company did some investigating. They kind of helped her backtrack, and they searched Macy. They even requested the cameras and all that, and they couldn't find it. So they ended up paying her out, $15,000 or whatever her ring was worth. No questions asked other than the day-to-day play-by-play of what happened that day. And she was able to buy and re-custom make her ring.
Safeguard.
For like $5 more a month in that case. Right. So make sure that your jewelry, your guns, even bicycles, people have $3,000 or $4,000, $10,000 bicycles nowadays, get them scheduled on your policy. And renter's insurance, guys, is like 50 cents a day.
Easy.
Okay. Yeah. It's not a huge cost. It's a couple of Riscates, 3 Riscates a month. All right. So,
super important. It's better be safe than sorry. You if there are items that you want to replace, then get your insurance on them.
That's what I'm saying. That's all. That was my message today. All right. Find me on social media, Ben Godinez, Insurance 101 guy online. And hey, everybody that's on Facebook Live. You guys are fun. Keep commenting and liking and stuff. Oh, and Lorena says that you're beautiful, Jen, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So find me, bengodinez.com. All right. Going back into networking and the mastermind principle. So, Jen, you've started your life coach practice a few years ago, right?
Like last year.
Last year, okay.
Yeah, early last year.
Now, you weren't, I mean, this hasn't been like you went to college for this career and whatever, right? So, how do you even start a business? Like, because if someone's starting a business, they want to pursue their dream, they're going to need to get to know people.
Right. So and that was my thing. I didn't know a whole lot of people outside. I'd been at-home mom for like 3-4 years. I'd been at home for 4 years. I studied the coaching facilitation. I worked with my mentor.
Basically have a degree in this, like the amount of training that you go for.
Amount of training we go through is extensive, and it's amazing. But when I went to get out to go meet clients, it was like, okay, where do I go? And so, like I said, the first two things I did was I looked around for a business networking group, which LaTip was a perfect fit for me. There are other ones out there.
Yeah.
So look, you can visit them. You can visit all different kinds and find one that fits for you. I joined the Toastmasters. And then I also reached out to Metro Chamber. I started going to chamber meetings, or I'd go to the Roadies or the networking events, lots of different networking events. And once you get to know people, you know, stay connected to them. The idea isn't just to meet someone, take their card, and do nothing with it. The idea is you take it, you send them an email, you call them back, you get together, you find out what they do, you be interested in who they are and what they're about. You find out how you can either help them, and then maybe or not, they can help you. And so you start to build a network of people. And I've gotten invited to other networking groups that I was unaware of by knowing people, by knowing you. You say, hey, come out. There's, this other group is holding a networking thing. Come on, join. And you start to build your community. It starts to grow, and that's how you do it. And following through, being true to who you are. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Those are, qualities that everybody wants to work with. People of high integrity, people that they can count on, people that they will refer others to.
I see a couple moms on our Facebook Live, and I just want to encourage you guys, network with moms.
Network with moms. Moms are awesome.
I'm telling you. So I know in Elk Grove specifically, there's like an Elk Grove Moms Club. Right. And there's other ones, that you can join or whatever, that you guys go out to a park together, and or in fact, another shameless plug, I was just talking about Chick-fil-A. That's part of the purpose that they're doing the free breakfast, is to bring moms in there that have kids, go have them play in the playpen for an hour while you guys talk, and have coffee and get your free breakfast.
At the park, meet at the park, meet at the pool.
Exactly. Meet at Riscate Coffee. Meet at a coffee shop, whatever. You can network in and outside of business, but it's about those relationships. And a lot of times that's when ideas are formed. And you might not even know that you have an idea for a venture that you want to do. Maybe you've hibernated an idea from when you were 10 years old or 20 years old, and all of a sudden it comes up because you're with someone that's in a like mind, a like spirit, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like I totally forgot about that, and they'll encourage you to do it. My best friend Ryan Huerta, who's probably not listening to the show right now, I talk to him almost every day, and you know what? So I'm writing a script right now, and I've been sharing it with him. He's been giving me great ideas, and he's writing his own book right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention that or not, but the point is that I talk to him almost every day, and I bounce ideas off of him, and that's the power of the mastermind. We came up with ideas that he's got $1 billion idea that he's sitting on right now that he's now called to action to do. And so that's the point of this whole thing, is that you never know when your life might change because you're in the spirit of harmony with someone else. Another quote from Think and Grow Rich is, I paraphrase this, so bear with me, but I encourage you to work together in a base level of understanding. It could be just the best customer experience possible. Your means by which to accomplish this may differ, but when you're in spirit of harmony, you're using infinite intelligence. And so when you put two minds together, all of a sudden ideas grow, that vibration, if you will, flourishes. And so those seeds that are in your minds, they start to germinate, and you water them, and they grow. And that's what Seeds to Success is all about. So for those of you guys that were just tuning in, seedstosuccess.co, go on there and subscribe so you can get all the updates. And the Dream Life Academy event is June 29th. You got to get there. I don't care if you're in the Bay Area, all of you guys. You need to make the trip up there. We're talking about making time for networking. Make time for the Dream Life Academy. It will be a life changer. So follow us on social media at Seeds to Success and Ben Godinez on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. And Jen, how do they get in touch with you?
We can go to Jennifer Barna on Facebook or jenlee.b on Instagram and jenniferbarna.thinkingintoresults.com.
Excellent. And go view this home. Go view this home on Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time on the Seeds to Success show.
Make